Welcome back to my channel. Today the topic which I am going to discuss, welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. A. Navnita, Assistant Professor in EC Department, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So today I am going to discuss a topic based on hardware description languages and high level languages. So here, before coming into the difference between high level languages and hardware description languages, we should know what is a language and what is its purpose. So here in this, the language is nothing but as we human beings to communicate one over the other, we have different languages in the world like Telugu, English, Tamil, Malayalam, isn't it, Hindi, so many language, Urdu, so many languages are there to communicate, to make the communication between two persons. In the same way, to communicate between the hardware devices like one desktop to another desktop, one mobile to another mobile, okay, there should be one common language, there should be some language between this between the devices to understand, or among the devices to understand. So that exchange of data is expressed in one English level languages, that is nothing but your English level language, English level of writing, using that language, that that English level of writing to make the devices to understand, that we call as a language. So whenever we get into make the hardware devices to understand, there are three types of programs will be written. Program is nothing but a command given by the programmer to make the CPU to understand what operation it has to do. Okay, so here in this one, in doing so, what is going to have to make the CPU to do certain operation by the programmer, he is going to write, he is going to give that command with the help of some programming languages. How many programming languages are there? There are binary level programming, assembly level language programming, and high level language programming. Okay, so already in previous videos we have discussed about what is assembly level language programming, binary level programming, and what is high level language programming, isn't it? So here in this one, whenever we write, whenever the programmer writes a program in terms of ones and zeros, that program we call it as a binary level program or machine level program. Your machines like your mobile phone where CPU is present, if you take a calculator where CPU is present, where your TV, smart TV where CPU is present, all these hardware devices will understand only one thing, that is ones and zeros, that is nothing but high voltage and low voltage, that we call it as, that is nothing but your that whatever we make the devices to understand, to write the program in ones and zeros, is nothing but binary level language programming or machine level language programming. So when you write the program considering the hardware circuits of CPU, that program is nothing but your assembly level language programming. Even this assembly level language programming is written in terms of English level language programming. Okay, and when we write the program in English level, without considering the hardware circuits of your CPU, then that type of programming we call it as high level language programming. So apart from your binary level programming, assembly level language programming, and high level programming, there is another programming level of programming is there, that is nothing but hardware level language programming. Today we will come to the programs which is written by programmer is nothing but assembly level language programming, high level programming, and hardware description level language programming. But a machine can understand only, that is your CPU memories can understand only binary level programming. So today we will get into the difference between high level language programming and machine and hardware description language. So whatever the programs you write to make the CPU to work, or GPU is nothing but graphic processing unit, that programs comes under your whatever the programs you write, that programs come under high level language programming. Think you want to make use of CPU. In the CPU, what is your task you have to do? To send and receive the calls, to work with the apps, to do this operation has to be done with your CPU. So for this one a program will be written. So that program which makes the CPU to work, and these programs will work on your CPU to do this sending and receiving the calls and working with the apps. Then that type of programs we call it as those programs which work on the CPU, like your mobile phone, calculator, desktop, laptop, all the programs which are on the CPU to do the certain task. That programs will come under a high level language programming. Example, whatever the programs you write with the C, C++, Java, Python, all these programs to make the CPU to work, all these programs will come under your high level language programming. Okay, next what do you have? Hardware description language. So CPU is one hardware circuit, isn't it? Memory is one hardware circuit. To make these hardware circuits, whatever the programming language you write, that programming we call it as a hardware description language. The programming programs that is written to describe hardware circuits, it can be adder, subtractor, logic gates, multiplexer, demultiplexer, CPU, memory, flip-flops, any circuit which you write, any program which you write to describe your hardware circuits, that is said to be the hardware description language. So example of your hardware description language is nothing but Verilog, VHDL and System Verilog. Okay, and this hardware description language are taught for the ECE students, and ECE students have the blessed that they will be learning hardware high level language programmings as well as hardware description language programming. But CSC and other branch students, they are made to learn only high level language programming. Okay, so whatever the programs you write in C, C++, you are going to use, if you go for C programming, you are going to use a turbo C. So what does, in the turbo C you are going to have compiler. So what does this compiler will do? Whatever the C programming is there, high level language programming, that it will convert into machine level language programming. That machine level language programming ones and zeros, those programs are made to put on your CPU. So whatever you go for your hardware description language programming, whatever the program is written, those programs are made into hardware circuits in form of gates and flip-flops, registers. Okay, the that hardware circuit is made to, it is made to convert. Next one here, whatever you write in C program, you are going to write C program for implementing an algorithm or solving any problem. For that one you are going to use this high level language program. So here we are mainly focusing on making the implementing whatever the circuit functionality is there. To check the functionality of the circuit, we are going to realize the circuit and check the functionality of the circuit. These high level hardware description language programs are written. Next one, whatever the programs you write in high level language, they are executed sequentially. Here they are executed parallel, that means two or more programs are executed parallelly. Next here, it is software, it can be moved across platform, whichever you are using, on whichever the hardware circuit you are using, on that one it can be made to move. So HDL is implemented on using one hardware circuit, that is nothing but FPGAs, that is nothing but field programmable gate array, or it can be implemented on ASIC, that is application specific integrated circuits. So here in this one, by using these HDLs, you can check the functionality of the circuit only by changing the code by using this hardware circuit FPGA. You can check the logic of your AND gate, you can check the logic of multiplexer, you can check the logic of your demultiplexer, you can check the logic of your memory, you can check the logic of your sequential circuit. Every logic will be checked on using this FPGA. So next one here, example, if you take application software. Application software is nothing but you are using Microsoft Office. In the Microsoft Office, what you have? MS Word you have, PowerPoint presentation you have, Excel you have. So here to do different work, you are going to use this different softwares in your MS Office. So whatever the programs you write for MS Word and PP and PowerPoint presentation and Excel, that comes under application software. And system software is nothing but your compilers, which compiler is nothing but the software program which will convert a high level language into machine level language programming. And in this one, and assemblers, a software program which is written to convert assembly level language program into machine level language. Interpreter, a software program which is made to execute the programs sequentially. So here in this one, all these compilers, assemblers, interpreter programs, operating system programs comes under your system software. Next, mobile apps, you are using WhatsApp, YouTube, isn't it? So many apps you are using. So here in this one, those apps, to develop those apps also you are going to write the program. So all these application software programs, system software and mobile apps programs are written using any one of your high level language programming. So whenever you want to develop a CPU or a memory, design a processor, that is nothing but a microprocessor, microcontroller, which is going to act like a CPU, memories and communication circuits like your transmitters, receivers, all these circuits are realized using your all digital circuits and communication circuits are realized using your hardware description languages. Okay, so this is about your whatever the difference between is there high level language and hardware description languages. Now the world is backing. Now India, our Prime Minister Modi sir is also saying that he is going to make in India, and in that one semiconductor industry is going to have a bigger revolution. So in this, in the semiconductor industry, to make the circuits in the chip, the main languages which you are going to make use is nothing but Verilog, VHDL or system Verilog. Either you can make learn Verilog or VHDL, anything can be used, but 90% worldwide they are going to use Verilog. 10% they are going to use VHDL also, and in this one we suggest that you better learn the Verilog. Old one is nothing but VHDL. So here in this one, to system Verilog is used for checking the testing purpose of the circuits, and designing also used, but it is mostly used for checking the functionality rather than designing whatever the circuit you want. So, and those who are students who are planning to get into the semiconductor industry of chip making industry, they should be perfect with the hardware description languages, and they need to have the knowledge of, very good knowledge of digital circuits, analog circuits, electronic devices and circuits, VLSI design and low power VLSI design, FPGAs, ASICs. If you have this knowledge, you can get into the VLSI industry, which is a very booming and very fruitful future, those who are planning for them. And even those who are working in the high level language, planning for the high level language programming side, that is C and C++, Java, you have to use this. Only learning with this one you cannot find the bright future whatever you are planning. Along with this one, if you learn latest with the implementing, using this languages, implementing on the artificial intelligence and machine, Python using artificial intelligence, or implementing artificial using Python or machine learning, it may give you the better future, those who are planning. But only learning language may not give you a good future. So plan for the latest technology using these languages. Okay, so I think I have given the all the idea which is needed for you for getting into using these languages to get into the industry. Above all that, before getting into the any engineering students, my sincere advice is the students should have a base knowledge in whichever the engineering they are studying, and they need to have the good learning skills. Apart from the whatever they are studying the subject, they should have the learning skills, programming skills, analysis, problem solving, critical thinking, okay, and positive mind attitude. All these skills, manager skills, all these skills put into make you to become a good engineer and get better placements in the good organization, or you can start your own startup. Okay, so if you like my video, subscribe it, place comments and like and click the like button. Thank you once again.